Welcome to Waratah League TV, brought to you by Molten. A lot of local derbies this weekend, but also a lot of teams stumbling at the final hurdle. So let's get straight into it. In the Championship men, after a long and tiring season, the Sutherland Sharks have finally won a game to relieve any sadness that they once had. Newcastle couldn't compete with the Sharks and they went down 74-59. Jake Wilson top scored with 24 points for the Sharks and he racked up 14 rebounds. The North Spares treated the North of Sydney to a perfect display of basketball, defeating their rivals in the Manly Sea Eagles 82-64. Daniel Trist again did the damage, scoring 18 points and got 15 rebounds. Daniel Moser was the key to Hornsby's success, showing Hills how it's done single-handedly. The Spiders defeated Hills 83-80 in a close affair. In the top of the table clash, the Comets defeated Bankstown 97-92. The Comets are definitely the team to beat with another excellent performance. Can they be caught? Well, time will tell. Indiana Faithful top scored with 20 points. Maitland had the home court advantage against Illawarra and came up with the goods, winning 99-82. Tyler Munro has been mentioned quite regularly this season and he continued the hype, scoring 37 points and grabbed 16 rebounds. The Central Coast Crusaders narrowly defeated the Illawarra Hawks 78-76 in a huge encounter. James Trustham had a mammoth game, scoring 21 points and showed the Hawks who's boss. Manly took the honours in the Championship Women's Local Derby, putting Norths to the sword away from home, winning 76-72. Belinda Snell couldn't have done more for Manly, racking up 24 points and pulled down 14 rebounds. Hills were no hope against a team that knows how to get it done week in, week out. Hornsby did everything in their power to demolish the Hornets, 98-61. Serena Walters top scored with 26 points. It's no surprise that when Susie Bakovic takes her place in the Newcastle team, the Hunters tend to be super competitive. The Hunters won 72-57 against Sutherland, and it was the Bakovic show as she racked up 30 points and received 15 rebounds. Hornsby didn't know what hit them when they played off against Sutherland, exploded with 94 points and did enough to defeat the Hornsby Spiders by 34 points, 94-60. No big changes in the Division 1 men, with the top 6 teams in deadlock with just 2 rounds left in the regular season. The Hills Hornets are desperate to keep their finals campaign alive after narrowly missing out in 2016. The Hornets took on their neighbouring counterparts in the Spiders and came away with the W. Carl Carlos and Josh Warren silencing Hornsby's Daniel Babb. The Shoalhaven Tigers have cleaned up their act and are fixated on making the trip to Maitland in August. The side picking up the upset victory against the Gunners, with their starting 5 all finishing with big numbers, while the 2 competition leaders within the league had nothing to sweat over the weekend, both picking up victories. The rest of the weekend seeing Sutherland, St. George, Lithgow crack the century. Hawkesbury, Coffs, the Yowies and Razorbacks picked up a weekend win. The Division 1 women held a central venue round over the weekend, with the Bathurst Gold Miners still sitting on top of the table, defeating both Hawkesbury and Tamworth, while Shoalhaven are desperate to take back the number 1 spot, with side also picking up a weekend double over Tamworth and Hawkesbury, with Coffs and Maitland also finishing the weekend undefeated. The Hills Hornets took a trip up the coast for a weekend double in the Division 1 Youth League men, firstly taking on the Central Coast Waves, who have been struggling in the top tier division. The Hornets taking out the victory in this one, with Siren Fitzgerald top scoring on 17 points. While on Sunday, the side had the tough task of taking on the competition leaders in the Crusaders. Despite Siren putting in another outstanding performance, it was no match for Ollie and Ezra. While the Sydney Comets took on a weekend double as well, defeating the Bruins at home, despite Bankstown's Raymond Chow dropping a massive 34 points before backing it up against the Inner West Bulls. The Mustangs making the weekend go from bad to worst for the Bulls, Tiger Cantor destroying the finals hopes for the Bulls with a massive 23 points. The rest of the weekend seeing Manly and Penrith finish the weekend on wins. A lot of close games in the Youth League women, firstly with the Newcastle Hunters taking an upset victory against the Sutherland Sharks. Despite Maddie Norris's best efforts, Megan Johnson and co from the visiting Hunters put the side to the sword. While in another close match, feathers were flying with Norse taking on the Sea Eagles, Alessandra Burke from the Norse Bears putting in a massive performance for the Red and Black, dropping 35 points and 7 threes. The rest of the weekend seeing Illawarra taking an easy victory over the Razorbacks, while the Hills Hornets, the quiet achievers in the league, took down their neighbours in the Spiders. Just when we thought we knew how things would pan out in the Division 2 Youth League men, they changed the game plan. The competition's leading sides in the Gold Miners and Magic have taken a slide of late, and this weekend was no different, with both sides being defeated by their oppositions. While the Razorbacks weren't able to spin themselves out of Hornsby's web, with Raymond Takchi dropping 22 points for a 29-point victory, with the rest of the weekend seeing Sydney Uni and Newcastle take a W. Thanks to our good friends at Moulton, this week's nominees are: from the Championship men, we have Jake Wilson from the Sutherland Sharks; from the Youth League men, Raymond Chow of the Bankstown Bruins; and from the Youth League women, Megan Johnson of the Newcastle Hunters; and from the Youth League women again, Alessandra Burke of the North Bears. Congratulations to last week's winners. From the Youth League women, Paige Phillips from the Illawarra Hawks; and in the Division 1 men's competition, Luke Davies of the Bankstown Bruins. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been one hell of a journey. I've loved every minute of it. I'm off and away. I'll see you guys at a basketball stadium near you very soon. This is Kean Kramer signing out for 2017.